For those in the future, we begin always with the ceremonial signing of the thank yous. All right. Shouldn't be too long this morning. I did have like 12 or 13 things sell overnight. And I've got a order to send out that I messed up. It happens. Need coffee. All right. Let's get some bread going. Okay. First up, 2 postcards in one order. Let's see what we got here. They're both real photo. I'm going to pull them up here real quick. Put them on the screen. Let's see here. We'll do new window. Do that. These are kind of cool. They took like 2 years to sell. That's okay. Good morning to everyone who's in the chat there. All right, so the first 2 things going out, these are real photo postcards. This first one is Sitka, Alaska, Russian church. Kind of cool. Not posted, but the person who got it was kind enough to date the back. So that's kind of cool. And then the second one is also Sitka, Alaska. This is Lover's Lane, which, dealing with postcards, I've learned many things. One of the things is that there's a lot of places in this country called Lover's Lane. This one happens to have a totem pole. And yeah, there you go. Hi, Marie. So somebody took me up on my 10% off, buy 2 or more. And these are both going out for a total of $15.90. Free shipping, which is great. The reason why I do that 10% off is because I actually make more money by being able to combine orders on inexpensive postcards. So it basically costs me the same to ship out 1 postcard as it does 2. So if I can get a customer to do that, even at a 10% discount, it is well worth it to me. So instead of making $3 or $4 a card, I'm making, $5 or $6 a card. Just math. Just math. Oh yeah, that's gonna be overweight. Yeah, that's fine though. One cool thing about shipping from the Northwest, and Marie, you probably know this as well, is it is pretty inexpensive to ship to Alaska and Hawaii. Which puts you at a significant disadvantage or significant advantage in those two states. Yes, you pay more going to the East Coast, but because you're pretty much have a market that most of the other country isn't able or is priced out of selling to in most cases. I think from a shipping standpoint, the Pacific Northwest is probably a net positive over most other parts of the country. I do, for some reason, ship a whole lot to Florida, but I have a feeling that's because I sell a lot of stuff old people buy. So, I'm sure if I was selling Grail vintage t-shirts, that might be a different story. But I also sell a lot on the West Coast. But Florida seems to come up fairly often. Might as well. I'm quickly approaching 1,100 listings in the store. Hoping to have that done by the end of tomorrow, which means I need to do 100 listings between today and tomorrow. That shouldn't be a problem. I also want to do some cleanup and other stuff, so there's that. All right. Oh, this next one, I didn't even show it. How rude. This one's cool. This I actually just listed a few days ago. This one I like. It is, couldn't find any comps on it. Probably could have waited out a little bit more money. It's the Will Rogers Memorial. This one, it was actually put out by Kanoko Tour Aid, so it's an advertising postcard. There's a lot of advertising postcards in this series out there. Because I had just listed it like a week ago, I had just done the research, so $20 is on the high end of what these things go for. So I was happy to take it. I was the only one out there, though, that I saw with the Will Rogers Memorial. Texas postcards tend to do pretty well and sell easily. I think I have another Texas postcard going out today. So I maybe could have held out for more money, but I was fine. $20 is $20. This came out of the Goodwill postcard purchase that I'm in the black on now. So that's pretty much an all profit sale, which I like all profit sales. And one more postcard. This one kind of surprises me when these sort of mundane ones sell. This is a yeah, anytime, Cameron. Let me know. I'm not going to get tired of talking about postcards. All right, so here's the last one. This one is a... Where's my screen? Let's not be displaying customer information. There we go. Angelina County Courthouse in Lufkin, Texas. So we talked about this a few days ago on the live shipping. This is a white border, right? It's still printed. It's not printed on linen. The white border around here. Why? So they could save money on ink. And then this one's not posted. Sold for $6.95 with free shipping. Not amazing, but you know, the way that I look at it is adding these things into my inventory, even at $6.95 shipped, has increased my sales year over year alone. Just in these like $3 net sales, you know, probably in the neighborhood, if I'm sending one of them a day or two of them a day on a $200 day, you know, I'm raising my sales, you know, 2-3% sometimes as high as like 5 or 6%. I actually had 3 cards today go out at $8 or less. So my net on that, on those 3 cards, you know, is probably around $13. If I didn't have those cards, you know, I'm increasing my net, you know, somewhere in the range, I would say probably of like, you know, 5 to 10%. And there's businesses out there that do crazy things to nudge their net or their sales by 5 or 10%. And once eBay opened the door to me listing in collectibles category, basically till my heart's content, that's, you know, it doesn't cost me anything to list these. So if I'm doing a big pile of postcards and I've got a bunch of $10 and $20 and $15 ones in there, why not, you know, take the extra 10 seconds it takes for me to list a $6 or $7 card, especially if I know it's going to sell. It's so fast. I don't know why I'm giving this one the bubble wrap, but we are. It's just worth it. You know, and I'm not saying like postcards are for everybody, but if you can find niches like that where you can source easily and inexpensively and make sales consistently with something that's easy to list and easy to ship. I mean, there's other items out there. And honestly, like, that's the kind of stuff I'm on the lookout for, that I want to learn about. Because that's the way I can scale. I can scale with the resources that I have without, you know, paying out tons of money to be able to do it. All right. Next up, I made a boo-boo. It is another postcard. Some guy ordered a comic postcard from me, and I sent him the wrong one. But I'm not going to fix it right now because I sent him a message and he hasn't replied to me because I don't know which postcard I sent him. All right. Well, what do we got now? Oh, I got another postcard that I do have to ship out. One sec. listed yesterday. Here it is. I'm just going to pop it up on the screen. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The reason why this one sold, can anyone guess what keyword I put in my title that sold this postcard? Put it in the chat. Just guess what the keyword was. All right, you've seen it long enough. Any guesses? Come on. We're here to learn. Tom Brady? No. Lifeguard stand. There's dozens and dozens and dozens and hundreds of Fort Lauderdale, Florida postcards. Hundreds of them of the beach, of the same era. Oh, okay, Marie. Hold on. There it is. Lifeguard stand. With the lifeguard in it. So that differentiated my card from the others out there. Somebody probably has a lifeguard keyword alert. Almost definitely. I don't think this person is collecting specifically Fort Lauderdale because it's going to Beaverton, Oregon. So he probably collects lifeguard stuff or lifeguard postcards. Ah! Hi, Buster. Want to come say hi to the people? No? Okay. Next up, we've got a piece of ephemera. This is a program for the convention in Tacoma, Washington for the Order of Demolay. It's a Masonic kind of spin-off organization. Washington State Conclave. It's from the 1935. So you can see it's not the greatest condition. For something like this, doesn't matter. Masonic. It's the Order of Demolay, I believe, is the young adult version of the Masons. It might be the women's version. I don't remember. Not a Mason. Been up a year. I listed it with a bunch of other Order of Demolay stuff that I had. I believe it is the youth one. Had it up with a bunch of other stuff from that same convention, that same era. And the other stuff sold pretty quickly. This took a while. But it did sell, and it sold for $26.95. Somebody may be collecting this because it's got a lot of cool advertisements in it. I made sure to include that. You know, always trying to answer the, what makes it cool question. So what makes this cool is Mason's history, advertising, that's why somebody's going to buy it. Smoke that. Damn it, just get that song stuck in my head now. All right. Just doing this little fold over to give it some more rigidity. And then we're going to put our whenever you write this on a package, you might as well write, "Well, I tried." Whatever you do, don't write fragile. These. Go. Next up, we got here a video game, Super Mario Brothers 3. This is, I think, my favorite game for the NES to play. Either that or Punch-Out. That one I had in my inventory, and I noticed it one day, and I'm like, that's kind of weird that hasn't sold. They usually sell pretty quick. Sure enough, I think there was an order that canceled earlier in the summer, and it didn't get relisted for whatever reason. And I relisted it, and it took, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks to sell. Whenever I listed all those video games, that was, 2 weeks ago? So today, I'm going to try to list some postcards and photographs first thing. Then my inventory backstock, because I've been on a tear through it. It's kind of like a patchwork now. I've got a lot of empty spaces, and I need to kind of do a shift around so I can have all the empty space and be able to look at what I've got, which is kind of a cool place to be at this point. There's, a lot of the stuff I've gone through at this point is stuff that I'm saving for lots or little repair projects, things like that. Stuff I tinker with from time to time. Okay, I need to go grab one item, guys. I'll be right back in a second here. You know, a lot of resellers talk about selling art. I've sold quite a bit of art over the years. This one is unsigned. It's just a picture of a mountain and a river. It's got some nice contrast with the tree. I mean, it's not a terrible painting, right? So, sold for $35 plus shipping. Everyone always is like, I want to sell art, but I don't know anything about art. You don't have to know anything about art. If it's something that you think looks cool, or you think somebody else would think is cool, that's pretty much all you got to know. This is not signed by an artist, and that doesn't matter. It's not framed, doesn't matter. I think I bought this for $1 at a thrift shop. But I thought it had a good look to it. You know, the one thing about art is it can take a while. You've got to have it priced right. I charged on this flat shipping to, where's it going? It's going to Maryland. I charged flat shipping $20 FedEx, which will almost certainly cover me. I may even be able to do this priority and save myself a trip for a couple bucks more. It's only 2 pounds. It is 20 by 16. So it'll probably be 3 pounds after shipping. 20, 16, 4. It'd be $15 FedEx. It's the same price priority mail, so I'm just going to ship this priority. So if you see art and you like it, and you're okay with a long tail item, buy it and sell it. This really didn't take up much room since it's not framed. You can just pop them, you can sell the frames individually a lot of times if it's got a nice frame. And $1 into 35, I will take that. Speaking of which, I do have quite a bit of art in my house right now that I need to get listed. All right. I'm going to use, not those. I'm going to use got 2 of the, what do they call them? What's the number they call these? 1070s? Whatever. It's the large mailing box. I'm just using 2 of them, flattened out. We're going to fit just fine. Wow, look at that trick. So that first round of tape is really just to secure it in place. And then the second one is to start tightening it down. And then trying to get these edges right up next to each other. There we go. And then we seal it up. And then you just do one last thing to keep those seals closed. Bada boom. That's a nice looking package. Where'd we come in? 3 pounds. I don't think that's going to be more than 2 inches. That's definitely 2 inches. I can get away with that. Nope, 3. $21. 23. All right, where are we at? I think that's. Yeah. Sweet. Made a little bit of money on the shipping. That is so I don't have a ton of art listed, but that's also a product of not really being at estate sales and garage sales in 2 years. Goodwill doesn't really put up anything decent anymore. I rarely find decent art at Goodwill. So it's usually like the smaller mom and pop thrift shops that I'll find it. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 LPs going out. Do I have 4? I do not. Okay, I need to go get record mailers. Give me a moment, please. Hello, Windy Lou. You know what? I'll peel off 5. I think I can do that other one in a mailer. Okay. Hello, Hunter. Quiet chat today. It is morning. Is your coffee not kicked in yet? Mine has only just barely. All right. Get a few more thank yous. Maybe I'll list my art today. I've been sitting on, got a bunch of stuff on my walls that's not listed. Those are some higher value things. I like to try to rotate my art. I really only have 2 things that probably should get listed. I'm honestly not in a hurry. I'm going to do the other stuff. I'm not going to focus on that today. All right, first record. Pet Shop Boys, 12-inch European import Pet Shop Boys. What have I done to deserve this? Single, hard to come by. Good morning, Brickhouse. How you doing today? Sold for $28.95 to a guy named Gary who says thank you. You're welcome, Gary. It's going to Chicago, which tells me that it's probs a DJ. I feel like I've had this record a really long time, too. Come on, where's the thing? My American Bubble Boy is coming today. So I timed out that purchase just right. And I'm glad to have this seamless, stupid bubble wrap gone. All right. So how long did this take to sell? It's got Dusty Stringfield on it. April. Oh, I listed this during the pandemic, so I remember this now. This was I bought a guy's record collection. He was downsizing it. He had like 400 records in the collection, and it was all gold. One of the records, one alone, I sold for $350. It was a Mountain Goats record, very rare one, which I sold once, and it was a cream-colored marbled vinyl. And the first person who bought it returned it because he said there was a defect in the record. And I'm like, no, dude, that's marbling. And he's like, well, I want to return it anyways. I think it was just buyer's remorse. And he said there was damage to the cover, but the cover was this like rice paper on the outside, so it was like naturally crinkly. So basically, either the customer was a complete idiot and didn't understand what he was buying, or he just had remorse about spending $300-something on a record. In any case, the second I relisted it, it sold to someone else. So, like, literally within 10 seconds. At a higher price than I had initially listed it for, which is something I do quite often. If I sell something and I get a return on it, I will relist it for a much higher price. Or a higher price. And almost every time I've sold it at a higher price. And that way I'm able to recoup my losses on the return. So the first time I sold that record, it was $300, and then I raised it to $350, and it sold. It actually sold faster at $350 than $300. But one record out of that collection paid for the whole thing, almost. I'm definitely in the black on it now. So this is a pure profit item, even though it took a year to sell. End of story. All right. Next record. Is Harry Belafonte Calypso, featuring everybody's favorite Winona Ryder lip sync, Deo. Or actually, that was Catherine O'Hara doing the Deo lip sync, right? Yes, it was. Because they're at the dinner and they're doing the seance. And she's absolutely hilarious. I love that scene. The look of terror on Catherine O'Hara's face while she's singing Deo is like brings me great joy. And apparently there's a Beetlejuice reboot in the work. It's either a reboot or a sequel. I know that Michael Caine is involved. And Winona Ryder is living in the house, is my understanding, as an adult with her kids. So they're doing the same thing. The Goonies are doing a reboot as well, and it's essentially the same thing. The Goonies are all grown up, and the story follows their kids. It's what the Ghostbusters are doing too. The new Ghostbusters movie that's coming out is, well, it's not the Ghostbusters kids, but it's kids. Actually, I think it's supposed to be Egon's grandkid or something like that. But I know that it is my read on the spoilers is that it is following essentially the storyline introduced in the first Ghostbusters, having to do with the guy who constructed the tower. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be cool. And it was supposed to come out last summer, but apparently they've been working on it. They worked on it more or less all through lockdown. So I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. I'm a big Ghostbusters fan. I liked enough the all-female reboot, but it's not the same as the original Ghostbusters, right? It's not, sure, I'll accept it as canon, but it didn't bring me the same satisfaction as I would have seeing another, extension of the original Ghostbusters storyline. The thing that didn't work for me in the female one was the villain. I didn't like the villain, and I didn't like the danger that our heroes were put in. It wasn't believable at all to me. Not that, a talking painting is super believable, but I don't know. I feel like when Ghostbusters 2 came out, people were like, oh, it's not as good as the original, blah, blah, blah. But I think the now that time has passed, people enjoy the second one, generally speaking, as much as the first. It's really an extension of the first movie, after time has passed. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you like Ghostbusters 1 more? Do you like 2 more? Or do you like both equally? And what are your thoughts on the reboot? Either of the reboots. The one that's yet to come out or the other one. Oh, the other record here I just packed up without saying anything about it was Nat King Cole, Lazy Crazy Hazy Days of Summer. Listed it December of 2019, so that took 15 months to sell. Sold for a whopping $10.95. I probably would not list that again. No thought. So you guys just accept my opinion is the way to go on all things Ghostbusters. No voices of dissent? Come on. Okay. This is our last item. believe it or not. Like I said, it's like the title said, Quickie. Is it my last? No, it's not. I have one more. Annie, original motion picture soundtrack. I believe I listed this on the 24-hour listathon. Sold on make offer $14.91. I would say this is one, if you find it in good condition. It shows up pretty often at thrift stores and garage sales. Easy sell. I've sold many soundtracks. Even there's one of the original Broadway cast that sells too. There's LPs out there of the Annie remake with Jamie Foxx. That one also will sell if you find it. Basically, any Annie record, good condition, will sell relatively quickly. Doesn't take long. Good sell-through record. Okie doke. Last but not least, these are pretty interesting. These are hit of the week records. Okay, well, now what's interesting about these is they're cardboard. I believe these were promotional or subscription based, and they were printed on cardboard so they'd be cheap to mail, which today is going to work out as well in our benefit. They're usually one track. This one's It's the Girl. They're done by a band that did not typically was not the original recording artist. Kind of cool. How do I want to ship this? I think I'm just gonna ship it like I normally do. There's not a lot that's gonna happen to these. I am gonna sleeve it though. Since they're cardboard, want to make sure they are protected against moisture and the elements. I don't think this is gonna crack. going to throw another piece of cardboard in there. That's what I'm going to do. In fact, can we do this? No. These aren't 78 like shellac records, so I don't need to give them the full-on box treatment. I'm going to do that. Can this work? Just want to add a little bit more rigidity here. Maybe that. No. Let's do that. I think that'll work. Seems good. This here's going to Canada. Oh, it weighs nothing. $10 ounces. This is definitely going to go pirate ship. Why does eBay want $17 for this? $10, 10-ounce shipment to Ontario. I've noticed that the shipping calculation for Canada under the eBay Standard International is erratic, and it doesn't follow their stated price chart. Hi, Gina. Come on, pirate ship, load my eBay orders. You caught just at the end here. I'm shipping my last item right now. Vintage phonograph records over 50. They asked me to write this on the customs form, which I will do. Vintage photograph records, 50 plus years old. There we go. Done. 2. Total value for these weird records, $29. I'm going to insure this. I got a funny feeling. Even with the insurance. Insurance, it's going to cost $10.95. 29, 30, $40 insurance. We'll say $50 insurance. Right? There we go. 10 ounces, get rates. $11.84 with the insurance. That's a lot less than eBay wants. Done. All right. That is that. Okay, everyone. Hope you all have a good day. Is anyone going out doing any good listing and stuff today? Or sourcing? Estate sales? I wonder if there's any yard sales. I have to check Craigslist now because of the death of the yard sale treasure map. Garage sale. Let's see here. Let's see, Kitsap County. Ooh, estate sale, West Bremerton. Dirty mattress is their first picture. Wicker chair. Blech. Bar stools. Flower art. Christmas ornaments. Maybe some vintage Christmas ornaments. Last we're here. Let me let's do a share screen here. See if we got anything decent. All right. Nope, don't need any of that. Maybe some tools. There's a couple of really nice clamps right there. Those big ass clamp table leg things. I don't see anything that special here. Nothing worth leaving the house for. Ooh, multifamily in Bainbridge. Brass stuff. You can usually get that pretty cheap. It's an easy sale. Candlestick holder. See a plush vintage Kermit over here. Some more brass stuff. You guys be surprised. I sell a good amount of brass stuff. You can get it cheap. It's a nice little end table. Some helmets and sporting equipment. Mirror, shelves. And they got nice stuff, that's for sure. But I think their tastes are a little bit more contemporary than what I'm looking for. All right, that's that same sale. Oh, map view. We like that. All right, this is my neighborhood. What do we got? Cuisinart, DVDs. Looks like there's some older stuff here. It's an okay painting. A little contemporary for my tastes. Nothing blowing my mind. Wicker. Ugh. Oh, everything's got tags. Like fancy string tags. I don't think anyone's moving. All right, let's see what we got. What's this over here? Ooh, tools. Whoa. Hammered silver cookware, lots of tools. Coca-Cola popcorn thing. I mean, it's too late in the day at this point for me to go. I mean, I could go. I don't really want to go dig through tools this morning. I don't really feel like it. I got enough stuff right now. Quality garage sale. Really? Quality? Why are your pictures so small? Beanie Babies, bike, mason jars, vintage magazines. Ooh. Probably going to be a repop, but who knows? These things can go for a lot of money. This quality garage sale is probably the best candidate to get me to leave the house, but it's not good enough. All right, let's go check this little area over here. Port Orchard. Meh. Meh. Oh, we looked at this place. Nope. All right. Pass. Ooh. Patches. Oh, that's the flea market. This is down the street for me. Their prices are ridiculous. I'm not going there. Too much monies. How about Tacoma? We'll do all Seattle here. All right. This area up here, I do really good in. Nope. Giant yard sale. Oh my goodness. That looks like, holy cow. Okay, that is all like either Mirrorware or Nordic wear. Okay, that's cool. This is like an antique store. Garage yard sale. It's a furniture sale. I don't trust this. All right, I need to peek over in the chat. Did some thrifting. Yeah, I'm probably gonna list. Like, nothing here is blowing my mind. And like, I don't have to go buy stuff right now. Like, if I was seeing a lot of other things available, like higher density where I could go out and hit like 4 or 5 at a time relatively easy, that were close to each other, that had good stuff, I'd be on it. Like, there's some decent art at this one, it looks like. Like, that's a nice painting. There's some tools. I don't need electric cords. That's a air purifier, air conditioner. See some lighting fixtures. That looks like probably some mid-century art right here. Wheelchairs, more art. Art's good because you can usually get it for cheap, because not a lot of people will mess around with it. Tacoma's good for finding good mid-century art too. Mini air hockey table. Roll top desk, shoes, baby stuff. Pass. Nothing blowing my mind. What? Wait a minute. Hello. That thing's gone by now. It has to be. There's no way it's still there. Power Wheels. Still not enough for me to leave the house. All right. I'm off to list. I'm not going shopping today. That's going to be it. Thank you all for joining. For your first time here, which I'm pretty sure it isn't, or if you find this sometime in the future, please hit the like and subscribe button. Bell notifications so you know when I go live, which is at random times. And that is going to be it. Thank you all very much. Have a great morning. Bye.